So let's start with our next exercise, that is exercise 3.6. Here in this exercise we are going to come across how to multiply decimal points with another decimal point. That means a decimal point number with another decimal point number, and also how to divide these numbers. Now here, question number 1, find the products. We are asked to find the product of these two numbers, that is option number B, 7.86, 4.32. So how we are going to multiply this one is that, like ordinary multiplication, how we used to ordinarily multiply the numbers, in the same way we are going to multiply the numbers, and then we will count the number of digits that are after the decimal point in both the cases, and then we will put the decimal point to the product obtained after multiplying from the right hand side. So 7.86 into 4.32. So let us multiply them. That is 7. Let us remove the point and just multiply the numbers. That is 786 into 432. Let us multiply them. Now 2 into 6 will get here 12. 1 in hand. 2 into 8, 16 plus 1, 17, 7, 1 in hand. 7 into 2, 14 plus 1, 15. Now 3 into 6 it is 18, 8, 1 in hand. 3 into 8, 24 plus 1, 25, 2 in hand. 3 into 7, 21 plus 2, 23. Now 4 into 6, 24. So 2 in hand. 4 into 8, 32 plus 2, 34, 4, 3 in hand. 4 into 7, 28 plus 3, 31. So now let us add them. So here we'll get 2. Now here 7 plus 8, 15, 5, 1 in hand. 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 4, 15, 5, 1 in hand. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 4, 9. Now here 2 plus 1, 3, and here also 3. So we got here, that is 3, 3, 9, 5, 5, 2. We got this answer. Now here after decimal point, here we can see that here it is 2 digits and here also 2 digits. So we'll count, total here it is 4 digits. So we'll count here 4 digits from the right hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll put the decimal point here. Between this 3 and 9. So this is our required answer, that is 33.9552. Now let me show you one more from the same, that is option number G. So option number G here, that is 12.44 into 21.29. So let us multiply them. That is 12.44 into 21.29. So now here 9 into 4, 36, 6, 3 in hand. 9 into 4, 36 again. 36 plus 3, 39. So again 3 in hand. 9 2 is 18. 18 plus 3, 21. 2 in hand. 9 1 is 9 plus 2, 11. Now 2 into 4, 8. Again 2 into 4, 8. 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 1, 2. Now again 1 into 4, it is 4. 1 into 4 again, 4. 1 into 2, 2. 1 into 1, 1. Now 2 into 4, 8. Again 2 into 4, 8. Again 2 into 2, 4. Again 2 into 1, 2. Now let us add them. Here 6 we will get here. Here 9 plus 8, 17. 7. 1 in hand. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 8, 10. 10 plus 4, 14. 4. 1 in hand. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 8, 18, 8, 1 in hand. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 8, 14, 4, 1 in hand. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 4, 6 here. Now here 2. So we got here the answer, that is 2, 6, 4, 8, 4, 7, 6. Now after decimal point we can see here it is 2 digit and here also 2 digits, so total 4 digits. So from here right hand side we'll count 4 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll put the decimal point here between 4 and 8. So this is our required answer, that is 264.8476. Now let me show you question number 2. Question number 2 here. Find the continued product by suitable grouping. That means by grouping them we will have to find the product. So here option number C I have taken, that is 12.4 into 3.2 into 1.2. So what we can do is 12.4 into 3.2 into again 1.2. So what we can do is, first let us multiply these two pairs of numbers, that is 12.4 and 3.2. So first let us multiply and find the answer, that is 12.4. So first let us multiply 124 into 32. So let us multiply 2 into 4 8, 2 into 2 4, 2 into 1 2. Now 3 into 4 12, 2 1 in hand, 3 into 2 6 plus 1 7, 3 into 1 is 3. Now we will add them. So we'll get here 8, here 4 plus 2 6, and here 2 plus 7 9, and here 3. So we got here 3968. Now here we can see that after decimal point here it is 1 digit and here also 1 digit. So we have multiplied these two numbers. So after decimal point here total 2 digits are there. So from here we will count 1 2 and we will put the decimal point here between 9 and 6. Now again we will have to multiply this one with this 1.2. So let us multiply with this 1.2. So let us multiply again with 12. Now here 2 into 8 16, 6 1 in hand, 2 into 6 12 plus 1 13, 3 again 1 in hand, 2 into 9 18, 18 plus 1 19, 9 again 1 in hand, 2 into 3 6 plus 1 7. Now if we are multiplying with 1, the same result we are going to get. So we will write as it is, that is 8 6 9 and 3. Now we will add them. So let us add it here. 6 3 plus 8 11, 1 1 in hand, 9 plus 1 10, 10 plus 6 16, 6 1 in hand, 9 plus 1 10, 10 plus 7 17, 7 1 in hand, 3 plus 1 4. Now when we are multiplying these two, what we got here is 4 7 6 1 6. Now after decimal point we will count the number of digits. So here after decimal point we can see 2 digits are there, and here again 1 digit. So total 3 digits are there. So we'll count 3 digits from the right hand side. That is 1 2 3. So we'll put the decimal point here. That is 47.616 is our required answer. So in this way you can try option number A and B also. That is, first you will have to multiply two numbers, and then whatever answer you will get, that you will have to multiply with the other number that is left. So let me show you now question number 3. So question number 3 here, find the question. Option number A, 12.75 divided by 1.5. So this we can write in this form, that is 12.75 divided by 1.5. Now what we will do is, first we will remove this decimal point. That means after decimal point how many digits are there, that we will remove it. So how we can remove it is that 12.75. This one we will divide it again by 100. That means after decimal point here it is 2 digits. So we have converted that one into a rational number. That means 1275 by 100. Now again divide symbol we write as it is. Now here also we'll do the same thing. That means 1.5 it is. So we'll write here directly, that is the number, that is 15. And then after decimal point 1 digit is there. So we'll write here 10. Now what we will do is, we will convert this divide sign into multiplication sign, and will make it easier for us to divide it. So 1275 by 100. Now divide will convert it into sign, multiplication sign, and we'll write the reciprocal of this number, that is 10 by 15. Now the numerator and the denominator we can cancel them by the same common factor if they are possible to cancel. So here we can cancel this 0 and 1 0 from here. Now this 1275 it is divisible by 5, and this 15 is also divisible by 5. So let us divide them by 5. 5 3 times it is 15. 5 2 times it is 10. 2 in hand, that 2 is carried to the next number, it becomes 27. 5 times it is 25. Again 2 is carried to the next number, so 25. 5 times it is 25. Now 3 and 255, whether they are possible to cancel or not. 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 2, 12. So this 225 it is divisible by 3. So 3, 1 times it is 3. Again 3, 8 times it is 24. And 1 in hand, 3, 5 times it is again 15. So we got here 85 in the numerator's place. Into 1 we will get the same result, that is 85 itself. By 10 into 1 we will get the same result, that is 10. Now here this denominator, it has 1 0 in it, that means 10. So 1 0 in it, so we can count one digit from the right hand side and we can put the decimal point, that is the number itself will write as it is, and then 1 0 is there, so one digit after from the right hand side, so 1 and decimal point we can put. So our answer is 8.5. So we found the quotient in it, that is 8.5. Let me show you now option number G. So option number G here, 76.875 divided by 3.75. So first what we are going to do is, first we will convert this decimal point, that means this decimal point will convert it into a number, that means this decimal will convert it into a rational number. So here 76875, so we'll divide it by, after decimal point here it is 3 digits, so we'll write here 3 zeros, that means 1000, divided by, here also we'll write the same thing, that is 375 divided by 100, because after decimal point here it is 2 digits, so 2 zeros. Now this divide symbol will change into multiplication symbol and we'll write the reciprocal of the next number. So here 76875 by 1000 into 100 by 375. Now here 2 zeros from here we can cancel, and here also 2 zeros we can cancel them. Now 375 it is divisible by 5, and this 76,875 is also divisible by 5. So we'll cancel it by 5. 5 7 times it is 35. 37 minus 35, 2. So that 2 is carried to the next number, it becomes 25. So 5 times it is 25. Now same way we'll cancel here also. 5 1 times it is 5. 2 is extra, so here 26. 5 times it is 25. 1 is extra, so 18. 5 3 times it is 15. Again 3, it goes to the next number, it becomes 37. 5 7s are 35. 2 is extra, that 2 is carried here. 5 times it is 25. Now again it is divisible by 5, so we'll cancel it by 5. 5 1 times it is 5, and 5 times it is 25. Now 5 3 times it is 15, and again 3 is not possible to divide it by 5, so we'll take 2 digits here together. So when we are taking 2 digits together, we'll write 1 0 here. Remember 5 3 times it is 15. Now next number is 3 here, it is not divisible by 5, so what we'll do is we'll take 2 digits, that is 3 and 7 together. When we are taking 2 digits together, we'll need to write here 1 0 here. So now it becomes 37. Now 7 times it is 35. 2 is carried to the next number, and 5 times it is 25. So we got here again 3075 and here 15. So again we can cancel it by 5. 3 times it is 15, and 6 times it is 30. 1 times it is 5, and 2 is carried, so 5 times it is 25. Now here we got 3, and here it is 650. Now 6 plus 1 it is 7. 7 plus 5 it is 12. So it is divisible by 3, and here also we can see 3. So we will cancel it by 3. 3 ones are, and 3. 2 times it is 6. Now next digit is 1 here. It is not divisible by 3. So what we are going to do is we are going to take both the digits together. For that reason we will need to write 1 0 here. Now 5 times it is 15. So we got here 205. So we got in the numerator's place, that is 205 into 1, so we'll get the same result, that is 205. But here 10 into 1, so we'll get the same result, that is 10. Now let us write in decimal point. So here 10, so that means 10 is there, so we'll count one digit from the right hand side. So after one digit we'll put the decimal point. So our required answer is 20.5. So this is our answer. So that is the end of our exercise 3.6. What problems we are not going to discuss from this exercise. So in our next exercise, that is exercise 3.7, we are going to come across how we will convert different units into one same unit. That means here we can come across, that means how we can convert this kilo into other units. First we will come across that there are three units that we are going to mainly discuss about, that is meter, liter and gram. We are going to discuss about these three units. That means instead of these three units we are going to come across meter, again liter and again gram. We are going to come across these three units. So now when we are saying for meter, then it is expressed as kilometer, that means km we used to represent. When it is for hecto, that means hm. When it is for deca, then dam, that is for decameter. And unit, the number, the name itself, that is m for meter, l for liter and g for gram. Now this kilo is the greater unit, and now milli is the smaller one. Now when we are coming across from greater unit to smaller unit, in serially you will have to remember these names. Now when we are converting from greater unit to smaller unit, as I have already explained you about this one in chapter 15, that means from when we are coming across from greater unit to smaller unit, when we are converting from greater unit to smaller unit, then you will have to multiply with 10 to each unit that you are converting. That means from kilo, if you are converting to unit, then 1, 2, 3. That means 10, 3 times you will have to multiply this 10. That means 1000 you will have to multiply. In the same way, if we are saying from smaller unit to greater unit, if from smaller unit, if we are going to the greater unit, then you will have to divide it by 10 for each unit that you are converting. Now, the next that we are going to discuss is about time. That means seconds, minute, hour and day. Now, we'll first discuss about up to week here. Now here, when we are coming across the conversion of these times, then there are different units used. Now, first the smallest one is the second. That means in a minute, in 1 minute, when we are saying for 1 minute, then it is equal to 60 seconds. Now, when we are saying for 1 hour, it has 60 minutes. Now, if I will say to convert hour into seconds, then what will happen? First, this hour you will convert it into minute and then you will convert it into seconds. Now, in one day, there are how many hours? There are 24 hours. Now, in the same way, if I will say about 1 week, there are 7 days. Now, we'll discuss about years in this next group, that is 1 year. 1 year, that is equal to 365 days. 365 days. When we are converting year into days, then we can convert in this way. That means 1 year is equal to 365 days. Now, 1 decade. 1 decade. What is meant by this decade? That means 10 years is equal to 1 decade. So we can say that 10 years is equal to 1 decade. So 10 years is equal to 1 decade. And now again 1 century. 1 century is equal to 10 decades. Alright? 10 decades. Now when we are saying about years, for years, century, then 1 century it is equal to, we'll have to multiply with this 10 in order to convert it into decade and again with 10 in order to convert it into years. So 1 century is equal to 100 years. It is also equal to 100 years. That means 1 century is equal to 100 years. Now millennium. 1 millennium is equal to 10 centuries. 1 millennium is equal to 10 centuries. In the same way, if we convert this into other units, then the number of units that we are crossing, that one will have to multiply with it. That means if we are converting it into century, then we'll multiply with 10. Now if we are converting it into decade, then first we'll multiply it with 10 in order to convert it into century, and then again with 10 in order to convert with decade. Now again, if we are converting into years, then again with 10 we'll have to multiply in order to convert 1 millennium into years. Now in this exercise, we'll discuss about this conversion of these units. So let's start with our exercise 3.7. Exercise 3.7, question number 1, convert as directed. Option number E I have taken here, 3275 gram into kg. That means this gram we will convert it into kg. So here we have learned that kilogram, first unit is kilogram, and then hectogram, and then decagram, and then comes gram. Now gram we need to convert it into kg. So gram we are converting it into kg. Then what we need to do is we will divide here. Now with what number we are going to divide? So for each unit we are dividing 10 10. So 10 again next, then 10. So here 10, here also 10, here also 10. So we'll come across that is 1000. We need to divide it by 1000. So what we'll do here, it is 3275 gram. So now we'll write here, since 1 kg it is equal to 1000 gram. So we can write here, therefore 3275 by, we'll have to divide it by 1000. So divide it by 1000, and the unit of gram will change into kg. That means the unit we have changed here now. Now we can divide it. 1, 2, 3 zeros are there, so we'll count 3 digits. So 1, 2, 3. So 3.275 kg. So this is our answer. So in this way we can convert and write. Now let me show you option number F. Now here option number F, there is 4 decades into century. We'll convert this 4 decades into centuries. Now here we'll come across that in 1 century it is equal to 10 decades. 10 decades. Now here which one is the smaller unit and which one is the greater unit? Century is the greater unit and decade is the smaller unit. Century, it is the greater unit and decade is the smaller unit. Now here when we are converting from smaller unit to this greater unit, that means decades we are converting into centuries. Centuries is the greater unit. Now when we are converting from smaller unit to greater unit, we need to divide. Now with what we are going to divide? Here 1 century it is equal to 10 decade. So we can write here, we'll divide it, we'll have to divide it by 10. So we'll write here 4 decades. Since 1 century is equal to 10 decades. Since 1 century is equal to 10 decades, so in order to convert this decades into centuries, we'll have to divide it by this 10. So therefore 4 by 10, because we'll have to divide it by 10. So 4 by 10, and the unit here will change from decades to centuries. Now 4 by 10. So here after this downside we can see only 1 0 is there. So we'll put the decimal point after 1 digit. So 1 digit and decimal point. So 0.4 century. So this is our required answer. So in this way we can convert. How it is asked to convert, we can convert them into other units. So now let me show you question number 2. Question number 2 also, here also the same thing, that means convert as directed. Option number C here I have taken 3.7 hour into seconds. We are asked to convert this 3.7 hours into seconds. So between these two units we will come across one more unit is there, that is minutes. So first we'll convert this one into hours into minutes, and then we'll convert it into seconds. So here 3.7 hour. So first we'll convert this 3.7 into minutes. So in order to convert this hour into minute, what we need to do? We'll have to multiply it by 60, because when we are converting from greater unit to smaller unit, we need to multiply it. So here we need to multiply it by 60, because in 1 hour it has 60 minutes. So here 3.7 into 60, and the unit will change into minute. So we'll write the reason here, since 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Now let us multiply them. That means 3.7 into 6. 3.7 into 6 will multiply, and then we will add 1 0 here. So 6 into 7 it is 42, 4 in hand, 6 3s are 18, 18 plus 4 22, and 1 0 from here. So now we got here 2220. Now here after decimal point we can see one digit is there, so we'll put one point here. So we got our answer, that is 222 minute. Now we have converted it into minute, but here it is asked to convert it into seconds. Now in order to convert this minute into seconds, what we need to do is we'll again multiply this 222 into 60, so that this unit here will change into seconds, because in 1 minute it is equal to 60 seconds. Now we have converted into minute. Now again from minute we are converting it into seconds. Now we are multiplying again with 60, because from greater unit we are converting it into smaller unit. So we have multiplied here with 60. Now let us multiply and find our answer. So let us multiply again with 6, and then we will add 1 0 here. Now 6 into 2 12, 2 1 in hand, 6 into 2 12 plus 1 3 13, 1 in hand, 6 into 2 12 plus 1 13. So we got here answer, that is 1 3 3 2. Again 1 0 is there, that 0. So we got our answer, that is 13,320 seconds. So 3.7 hour is equal to 13,320 seconds. Now let me show you one more from here. So option number F I have taken here, that is 14 days into minutes. This 14 days will convert it into minutes. Now here days. So days, first we need to convert this days, because days and minute, in between these two units we will come across that hour is there. Hours is there between these two units. That means first this days will convert it into hours, and then we will convert it into minute. So in order to convert days into minute, when we are converting from greater unit to smaller unit, what we need to do is we need to multiply. We need to multiply here. So when we are converting from greater unit to smaller unit, we'll multiply here. Now with what number we are going to multiply? Then here we'll come across, that means one day it has 24 hours. So what we need to do is we need to multiply this days with 24 in order to convert it into hours. So first let us convert it into hours, and then we'll convert it into minute. So 14 days. Now here it is equal to 14 into what we are going to multiply here, 24. If we are multiplying with this 14 with this 24, what we have converted this days into hours. So we have converted the unit into hours. Now we can write here the reason, that is since 1 day it is equal to 24 hours. Now we will multiply them. So let us multiply 14 into 24. 14 into 24. 4 4s are 16, 6 1 in hand, 4 1s are 4 plus 1 5, 2 4s are 8, again 2 1s are 2. So we got here 6, and here 3, 1 in hand, 2 3. Now we got here 336. So 336 hours. Now this 14 days, it is converted into hours. Now this hour again will convert it into minute, because these days we are asked to convert it into minutes. So 336, we need to multiply again with this 60, because in 1 hour it has 60 minutes. Now again, from greater unit we are converting it into smaller unit. When we are converting from greater unit to smaller unit, we need to multiply. So we will multiply here with this 60. So now 60 will multiply, and we'll write the reason here. So let us write here minute. The unit here, hour, will change into minute. Now since 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Now let us multiply them and write the answer. So again we'll multiply this 336 with this 60. So let us multiply with this 6 and we'll write this 0 again. 6 6 are 36, 6 3 in hand, 6 3s are 18, plus 3 21, 1 2 in hand, 6 3s are 18, plus 2 20. So we got here 2060. So 2060. Again 1 0 we left here, so we'll write that 0 again. So we got here 20,160 minutes. That is 14 days, it is equal to 20,160 minutes. Now let me show you one more from this same question number 2. Now here option number G, that is 128 decagram into kg. We'll convert this decagram into kg. So we know the units, that is kilogram and hectogram. Again next is decagram. Now this decagram will convert it into kg. That means decagram here will convert it into kg. From smaller unit we are going to convert it into the greater unit. When we are converting from smaller to the greater unit, what we need to do is we need to divide them. Now with what we need to divide here? Now for 1 unit we need to divide it by 10. So 1 unit we will divide it by 10. Again the second unit, then 100. So we'll divide it by 100 here. So we can say that 1 kg, it is equal to 100 decagram. So now let us convert this one, that is 128 decagram. Now 128 will divide it by 100, so that the unit here for decagram will change into kilogram. And we can write here the reason, that is since 1 kg, it is equal to 100 decagram. Now here downside we can see 2 zeros are there. So after this, from the right hand side, after 2 digits we can put the decimal point. So here we can write here 128 and then 2 digits. So 1 2, and then between this 1 and 2 we can put the decimal point. So we got our answer, that is 1.28 kg. So this is our required answer. So in this way we can convert different units into other unit. So that is the end of our exercise 3.7. Word problems we are not going to do here. So thank you so much.